What has been my lowest point in entertainment? I'll say I've had two low points, very low points, very, very low points. Of course, I think the greatest of all this is COVID, because COVID tied my hands. I could not even see. Sometimes I'll ask myself that, is this life worth itself? When 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 people will be calling you, and there's one finance house I was owing money. They made life difficult for me during COVID. In fact, one of them was very rude to me. What's wrong with you? You said there's no money. Is your family not eating? What's wrong with you? And at times like that, you say, me. But it was COVID. But the other time I can describe as my lowest ebb or lowest moment was when I just started. I think we just had my second child and my first daughter. We were living in Okera. Then things were just beginning to look up, I was hustling like mad. Then I was a printer. I was a children party entertainer. I was doing MC. I was doing, because my family didn't want me to do comedy. They believed that they had the right connections to get me jobs, to get me a job if I wanted to work. But I'd seen the lights. I had seen what I wanted to do. So I was just stubborn. I was just stupidly stubborn. I just kept going. So my rent was due. I went to do... Oh, then I was also a videographer. I went to cover a wedding. And I went to submit the CD, the VHS tape, to the father of the groom. He looked at it. There were some corrections. I was take them back. I was driving back home, where Motorways is now. Just before you get there, there's a church on the other side. Petrol finished in my car. These boys came out of the, with small machetes, and the man had paid me. The money was supposed to be my house rent. So they came, they robbed me, they collected the money, even collected the VHS. I ran after them and said, guys, give me my VHS tape. One of them would say, who collect tape again? Tape. She slapped one of them. I collected my tape because that would have been problematic for me. I got home, I couldn't pay rent. My landlord... That was a terrible period in my life. It's like this time. That's why I know that this COVID time too will pass. It was terrible. I felt, the Bible says that a man who cannot take care of his family is worse than an infidel. I felt worse than an infidel. Every day they would come and harass us. We're living in these boys' quarters, 3-bedroom boys' quarters. Young family. They'll come and harass us every morning and all that. It became bad that they'll come and put candle in front of my house overnight. And so my mother-in-law came and said, so my wife said, I said, no, I'm not moving. I'll keep us, they will get the money. So my wife was scared. She spoke to my mother-in-law and they said, well, hey, Joe, mother-in-law. So I moved my family to live with my in-laws. I now went to live at Opik Estate because my uncle was building the estate then. But it was not comfortable, so I eventually moved in with a friend and lived with him for about a year. That was probably one of the most terrible periods of my life, because I felt, in fact, anytime I go to see my children at my in-laws, I felt useless, And I would look at my wife and say, have I not disappointed this woman? And I will ask myself, should I not just take up another job? But then I saw the future. I saw brightness. So I said, we go nowhere, we die here. So like I'm telling myself now, we go nowhere. We're not even going to die. We live here and move on from here. So that's it. Those are the two periods I can consider to be my lowest moment. COVID, I salute you.